Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. I am so thrilled you're here. Today we're diving straight into something that might sound a little sci-fi at first, automating your social media content. Now look, if you've never touched artificial intelligence before, or if just hearing the letters AI makes you kind of tense up, take a deep breath. You are in exactly the right place. We're going to take baby steps together, and I promise absolutely no technical jargon. By the end of this, you're going to know exactly how to build your very own automated marketing team. So let's start with a quick reality check. If you've ever tried to build a brand or a business online, you know the exhausting truth. The hardest part usually isn't coming up with ideas, right? It's the execution. Manually creating content, just staring blankly at a screen, agonizing over what to write, and struggling to make your graphics look even halfway decent, it's a total grind. When you're just starting out, keeping up with the sheer volume of content algorithms demand feels almost impossible. I mean, it can easily eat up 10 to 15 hours of your week. That leads to frustration, it leads to burnout, and frankly, it pulls you away from the actual work you love doing. But what if I told you we could take those 15 hours of grueling manual labor and shrink them down to practically zero? Seriously, 0 hours. With the right tools, you don't need to be a fancy graphic designer or a professional copywriter. You really just need to know how to have a simple conversation. So here's exactly how we're going to pull this off today. First, we'll quickly look at the content creation problem. Then, I'll introduce you to your two new best friends, Claude and Canva. We'll connect those tools together, create your very first design, and then show you how to multiply that into a mountain of content. And finally, we'll fix a common beginner mistake so you never get stuck.
Okay, let's dive right in with section 1, the content creation problem, or as I like to call it, the execution grind. Moving on to section 2, let's officially meet Claude and Canva, your new best friends.
Think of it this way. Claude is the brain. It's an AI assistant created by a company called Anthropic. You basically use Claude when you need someone to think, brainstorm, and write for you. Canva, on the flip side, is the canvas. It's this wildly popular digital design tool made specifically for non-designers. People use it all the time to make posters, social media graphics, you name it. So Claude does all the heavy mental lifting, and Canva makes it look visually stunning. And the absolute best part, these two can now talk directly to each other. Now, before we go any further, I want to clear something up. You're going to hear the word prompt tossed around a lot in the AI space. Please do not let this word intimidate you. A prompt is not computer code. It is literally just you typing a plain English instruction into a chat box. Honestly, if you know how to text a friend to ask them to pick up some groceries, you already know how to prompt an AI. You're just giving it simple, everyday instructions. So why do these specific tools matter for you? Well, first off, they completely cure blank page syndrome. You also need absolutely zero design skills to use them. Like I said, you just talk to them normally in plain English. And because they're built entirely for non-technical users, they are incredibly easy to pick up. This right here is your ultimate shortcut to getting back those 15 hours every single week.
All right, section 3, connecting your tools. This is where the brain meets the canvas.
Now for the really exciting part. We're going to connect the brain to the canvas. I'm going to walk you through exactly where to click so you can just follow right along. First, open up your web browser and head over to claude.ai. Once you're logged in, look down at the very bottom left corner of your screen. You're going to see your name. Just go ahead and click your name. A little menu will pop up, and from there, click on Settings. Inside Settings, you'll see an option called Connectors, which is just a fancy way of saying connecting Claude to other apps. Click that, search for Canva, click the little plus button, and finally click Allow.
And boom, just like that, the integration is complete. Your Claude account and your Canva account are officially synced up. They can smoothly pass information back and forth between each other. You've basically just built a brilliant little bridge between your AI writer and your AI designer. How cool is that?
Okay, section 4. Let's actually start creating your first design, going from scratch to done. Now that everything is connected, let's make something. I'm going to show you just how easy it is to generate a design from scratch. In the Claude chat box, you just type your prompt. You might type something like, create a poster about my upcoming sale offering 50% off, and hit enter. What happens next is honestly kind of magical. Right there inside Claude, it will talk to Canva and pop up 4 different visual design cards for you to choose from. You just look at them and type back, hey, I like number 2 best, but can you make the headline text neon pink? Claude will instantly update the design in Canva for you. No manual dragging, no dropping, no messing with fonts. It just does it. As Sabrina Ramanov beautifully points out in the source material, you can have this back and forth conversation with Claude in order to update the design. And that really hits the nail on the head. It's exactly like sitting next to a professional graphic designer and just casually chatting with them about how you want things to look.
Moving right along to section 5, multiplying your content. This is where we learn how to scale your output. Creating one single design is awesome, but we want to scale. We want to take one tiny piece of effort and turn it into a massive amount of content. So let's say you have a website or just a simple text document explaining your business. Step 1, you just copy and paste that text right into Claude. Step 2, Claude acts as the brain. It reads the text and automatically pulls out all the key facts. Step 3, you ask it to make an infographic, and Canva generates it based on your text. And step 4, any tiny visual tweaks you decide to make are automatically saved directly back to your Canva account. And get this, from that exact same plain text you pasted earlier, you can simply type a new prompt. You can say, now turn this into a Facebook post. Boom, it's done. Okay, now turn this into a 5-slide Instagram carousel. Done. You can seamlessly create PDF lead magnets, YouTube thumbnails, Pinterest pins, all without ever having to leave that single conversational chat box. It's literally like magic.
Now, I want you to pay close attention here because this is an absolute insider secret for beginners. If you're browsing around Canva and you find a professional template that you just absolutely love, you can literally copy the web link of that template, go back to Claude, paste the link, and ask Claude to analyze it. Claude will carefully count the words in the template's headlines and paragraphs, and then it will brilliantly replace the original text with your own information, perfectly matching the original word count. That means your new text fits perfectly, and the design doesn't break or look messy at all. And I think this brilliantly illustrates the real power of AI for beginners. You aren't just making a single picture. You're building a highly reliable system where one single idea instantly populates across beautiful professional templates, completely ready for the world to see.
Finally, we arrive at section 6, fixing mistakes and troubleshooting 101. Now look, I want to be totally honest with you here. Whenever you're learning new software, you're going to hit a bump in the road. It happens to absolutely everyone. So let's proactively look at the most common error beginners face with the system. Sometimes when you ask Claude to export your beautiful new Canva design, you might get a scary-looking error message written in red text that says something like, Canva export domain blocked by the network. When you see this, please do not panic. You didn't break the internet and your computer is completely fine. Claude just got a little confused about how to download the image.
Here is the incredibly simple fix for that. First, just click the Stop button on Claude's response so it stops thinking. Then, you simply type this exact phrase, export from Canva, and pass URLs directly to Blado, and press Enter. That's it. You're basically just giving Claude a gentle, friendly little nudge back in the right direction.
Now you might be thinking, wait, what exactly is a Blotado? Well, as highlighted in the source material, Blotado is an app designed specifically for creators. Once it's connected, it acts as the final puzzle piece. It takes that finished, gorgeous design that Claude and Canva just made together, and it automatically publishes it to your Instagram, your Facebook, and your LinkedIn. No downloading, no uploading, no messy files cluttering up your desktop.
So, what does this all mean? The crucial takeaway here is that by simply typing basic sentences, literally just chatting like you would with a friend, you have successfully synced an AI writer, an AI designer, and an automatic publisher. You've completely bypassed those 15 hours of manual labor. You now have a tireless, highly skilled AI marketing team working for you 24/7 for free. The only question left is, what are you going to create first?